time for another great live stream? I hope so. Sorry, I had to move my microphone a little bit. There we go. I think... Yeah, I think that'll work. Anyway. Greetings, campers, and welcome to DeFrehn Live. I'm your host, Aidan DeFrehn. And how's it going, Tan? So, as you may recall, last time on the series, I think we ended up working with Blender a little bit. So, actually, originally, I was gonna do another drawing stream, but I realized that the promise that I made was that every third stream I'd react to something of... I'd react to some of my own stuff, so... Yeah, with that said... Let me just... Alright. How's it going, Patrick? Anyway. So, with that said, let's just jump into it. So, I just want to mention right now... Unfortunately, it's going to be the new versions of Greeny Phatom. I wanted to rediscover the old versions, but, you know, didn't really want to waste any more time. Gotta meet with the 4 o'clock thing. So, with that said, let's jump right into it. So about this animation, this was actually made when I was still making Greeny Phatom episodes. Well, actually no, it was... Because I was gonna make a third episode. It was gonna be about a little guy getting a Super Nintendo classic from Gree Guy, who I ended up making the main villain of the show just because. Unfortunately, this logo was never used in the series when it was scrapped, so... Yeah, it ended up seeing a second life here. And then... another thing about this animation was that this was actually reused from the Greeny Phatom Bites intro. I only made one, but I still ended up reusing some animations. The original theme song was basically just the Foster's Home theme combined with a clip show, with clips that never even made it to the show itself. Yeah. And then here's the... Oh, I should also mention the thumbnail. This was the Greeny Phatom that was... This was the Greeny Phatom that was kind of popularized. And then this is supposed to be my own version. At least back in 2018 it was supposed to be. Alright, so 2 things to mention. The Morse code that was being transmitted by the satellite, I forgot what it translated to. I think that Morse code might have translated to little guy or something like that. And another thing. The reason why it sounds like I have a frog in my throat was because I actually recorded this line when I was actually kind of sick when I was recording that line. So, yeah. And then, little Pan Pizza, Rebel Taxi Easter egg, and Microsoft Sam right there. It's stuff like this where you have to pause and look at it. Like, this was when I was working on logo bloopers. Alright. Yep, out with the old, in with the new. The only episode I remember watching was Love at First Sight. Oh yeah, we'll actually get to that in a bit, actually. And the room 237 was actually supposed to be a reference to The Shining, which I'm pretty sure had a room 237. It's actually a pretty common number in some of my stuff. It may have popped up once or twice in a few of my projects, before and since. So yeah.
Let's start the day off with a letter from little guy's mother. Get a life, you stupid loser. I love you too, little guy's mother. I wish I could marry you.
Now this scene was actually supposed to be a reference to Cartoon Institute's Joey to the World, which is essentially Doug Lawrence playing a kangaroo. And of course it was created by... And of course Joey to the World, I think, was created by Craig Kelman, whose art is pretty much what I base my art off of. So yeah. And then this little Channel Frederator ad. I actually applied to be... The thing about this is that I actually applied to be a part of Channel Frederator, but I don't think I had as many subscribers. And then here's a little thing that, if it were made by a different person, I'm pretty sure I thought I would have found it funny. But this was like me 5 years ago. It was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like 15. I don't know. Hang on, let me just... Yeah, I was 15 when I did this, so yeah. Here's the Be Cool Scooby-Doo redesign. Yeah, see, this was back when this was the most hated Scooby-Doo, and not that other one that we don't mention. Perhaps I treated this thing too harshly.
They do this every time.
And that was actually my first lip-syncing thing. Actually, let's go back to that scene. This scene was originally the scene was rendered at, I think, 30 frames a second, or at least close to it. Mostly because, of course, I was still new to lip syncing at the time, and yeah.
They do this every time.
That was just a sound effect that I found off of. Yeah.
Long is this show?
And now I'm just gonna skip through this. Mostly because of that. And, of course, it's way too loud. So let's just skip to here. There we go.
Are you alright, man? I don't want to talk about it.
And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all this episode was just dunking on reboots, and yeah, it was pretty much just dunking on the original Greeny Phatom, which I tried to stray away from as much as possible, or at least try not to be it, if you know what I mean. But I feel like I might have just been scratching the surface when it came to that. Didn't even touch upon the logo humor, which, in hindsight, was probably for the better. Yeah, see, this was probably one of the first... I think this was one of the first pieces of my YouTube channel in which it didn't have logo content. Or at least, not within the show itself. Yep, 237 is a reference to The Shining. You are correct. Reboots usually never work and never try anything original. I mean, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, let me just grab the next episode. I'll be right back. Alright, I got the video loaded up, so let's take a gander at it. Also, this was also one of my first non-logo bloopers videos to reach 4 minutes. So yeah, let's get to it. I think this title card is probably the thing that I'm most proud of when it comes to this one. At least, compared to my more recent stuff. Or at least, stuff back then. Like, this was actually a pretty good title card for what it was. If you couldn't tell, I'm just trying to pick up some stuff that... yeah. Just trying to stall for time. I'm pretty sure I had to look up a tutorial on how to do the typing animation thing. If I were to do this now, I would probably just have like some sort of rectangle that would make each letter appear one at a time. Kind of like what I did with the Chatting with Clarissa title card. And then sun right there. I was planning on implementing the sun as the character, but it never really went through. So yeah. And then a little Easter egg of Microsoft Sam. Of course, because, like I said earlier, I was originally working on logo bloopers at the time, so yeah. Now, the thing about this character. This is supposed to be Rick. Rick with an H at the end, so it's R-I-C-H. Hopefully one of these days I'll probably react to, because he was actually a star of his own show. So, yeah. Yeah, this was originally, like, a toy I got at, like, some sort of Cracker Barrel, I think. And then I implemented him as a character. So, yeah. Next.
Sucks for 50% of everyone that broke up.
I feel like another thing I should probably mention. Unlike the last episode, episode 1, for the remastering process of this episode, I actually ended up finding pretty much all of the original Swift files that I used to animate this, so pretty much putting this thing back together, particularly this scene, was not really that easy. Especially since when I put this in Sony Vegas, I could easily just stretch it to my heart's content. The thing... I edited the remastered version in Blender, so obviously I couldn't do that as easily. Or at least not as easily as I could in Vegas. So yeah. You'll see it in a bit. And then Dr. Beanson is supposed to be watching an episode of SpongeBob. It's supposed to be called Procrastination. And I would know because Procrastination, as I've mentioned before, is probably one of my personal favorite episodes of SpongeBob, so yeah.
Hey, Doc. I met a girl, and she was so hot.
Yeah, that line, back when I made this originally, I cringed so hard at that line that whenever I would play it, it would just that whenever that line played, I would just skip it like immediately, you know? If that made any sense. So yeah. And then that's supposed to be Miss Bellum, of course. Another thing in the remastered version is that originally there was a Buttercup poster around here, but of course because that poster was so poorly drawn, I ended up removing it. That's right. I George Lucas'd my own project, if that makes any sense. I think that should be a definition. I George Lucas'd a thing, you know? Alright. So. Which is the most viewed video on the current incarnation, yeah. Hey, how's it going, DMB? The sun falling in love would be an interesting concept. I would love to see you react to your old logo blooper series. Yes! I was actually gonna do that in some next one. Actually, the next time I react to something, I'll probably react to that one. The knock onomatopoeia was part of the remastering process. Was the knock onomatopoeia part of the remastering process, or was it in the original? A bit of both. See, the knock part was part of the original, but of course, when I remastered it and when I removed the Buttercup poster, I pretty much had to slightly remake it. I'm pretty sure I might have used the similar font to what Flash gave me in the original, so yeah. And then that's supposed to be a poster of Gerald McBoing Boing.
Bridget, glad you can make it.
Nice place you got here.
It's a 2-3 person apartment.
Good luck on the date of yours.
I should probably also mention that this was originally a green screen. And when I found this on my computer, on my old computer, I should say, I tried chroma keying it in Blender, but the result ended up making it a little bit brighter than the original. So yeah, let's... Also, the speed in which this zooms in is probably a lot faster than the original. And then this was originally supposed to be some sort of DBO thing, back when that gimmick was a thing. See, the original DBO logo thing was made in After Effects, but the DBS thing was made in Blender, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made that in Blender. So yeah.
This just in, a robber robbed a bank.
And the reason I should mention that it was originally DBO was because right here you can see it. I didn't really notice it until after I uploaded it. And I thought, why not? I'll just keep it in. Nobody's really gonna notice. But I noticed. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people noticed too. So, yeah. Also, this is supposed to be Scotty from the Logo Blooper series. This was my first real experiment when it came to flash animation. So, yeah.
2 minutes ago. Sounds cliche, I know, but we have to keep it PG.
Now, the original idea for Bridget's, well, Super Bridget's logo was that it was supposed to be some sort of Superman type logo. But in the Louie Phatom reboot, I'm pretty sure I made it at least a little more original. And then there he is. Gree Guy. In the original animation, the typing actually synced up to what he was actually typing. But in the remastered version, I pretty much just tried to edit it to make it look like it was in sync, but I ended up failing miserably. So yeah.
What are you doing here?
I actually I feel like if I were to do this now, I would definitely keep this little visual joke in there. And then that bomb is like, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be some sort of reference to A Matter of Loaf and Death from Wallace and Gromit. And another thing, the gray outlines. Because all my backgrounds use lined textures instead of lineless, I pretty much just had to work with what I had, you know? When I originally made this, I almost thought this looked like a Pokemon. Oh, I should also mention this scene. Originally, this scene was meant to be a sort of thing that would get me into CGI. This was the first ever CG sequence I ever did. Well, Little Guy himself was still flash animated. The background itself was CG, and then I'm actually still impressed by how I was able to capture Little Guy's shadow here. I'm pretty sure that was actually impressive. I'm pretty sure I could have made this a little better, but of course I couldn't really find any. I tried to match it up to the best of my ability, but it just failed miserably a little bit. A lot.
This just in, a little girl blew up 45% of the city. She also stopped the robber in the process. 3 cheers for the little girl.
And then the audio here was ripped directly from the SpongeBob episode called Pickles, I think. And that's pretty much it when it comes to, like, actual episodes. How's it going, Matthew? Why? Why not? The sun with the 3D shades. That would actually be, like... That would actually be a nice Easter egg to hide in Louie Phatom. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure I could... I'm pretty sure I could actually do something like that. I'm pretty sure I might actually implement that into Louie Phatom. Thanks for the idea, DMB. The joys of Blender. Indeed. So, we're not done yet. We still have, I think, 3 more things to cover. So, yeah, let me grab those videos and then... You're welcome. Alright, so, yeah, let me go grab the other videos and then I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And then... So, this is supposed to be the only episode I ever made of Greeny Phatom Bites. See, the idea for this thing was that they would be like, I don't know, 30-second to 1 minute long shorts that I would make in between episodes of Greeny Phatom. I only made 1 episode of it. But there was going to be a second episode. It was going to be some sort of thing where Little Guy and Dr. Beanson go into the Philadelphia dump sort of thing. And then they meet up with Blue for some reason. And I think there was going to be another one where Little Guy runs up the steps to the art museum, which I've actually been to. So, yeah. This was the only episode I ever made of Greeny Phatom Bites. And as you can tell by the sun here, this was when I started to slightly improve my art style, but not by much. This was like 2018 almost.
Isn't this a beautiful view?
Yeah, you can see everything from here.
Yeah, it would be good if anyone fell from here.
Uh-oh. Looks like he's fallen and can't get up.
Yeah, like I said, a really short animation. I feel like the sun is the best character. Alright. Me and Easter egg. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The sun is the character ever. Indeed. So, yeah. Egg. Anyway. Alright, so I think, yeah, 2 more to go. Yeah, 2 more to go. I'll be right back with the next one. Alright, I'm back. Let's just watch this. I'm probably just gonna skip this one for copyright reasons. See, this was supposed to be a reference to the movie Superbad. Now, this was before I actually saw that movie, so I didn't really know what I was doing, so yeah. I actually caught the movie a few times on TV, and then I watched the movie on Netflix one day, and I pretty much fell in love with it. So, 2 things to mention for this. This is supposed to be a thing for the Greeny Phatom movie. A scrapped movie that would have probably been like some sort of apology letter for the original Greeny Phatom movie. It's essentially the same plot, but the writing would have been at least a little better. Because remember, this was 2019, and I'm pretty sure I would have done something else then. So yeah. And then, okay, here we go. Yeah, like I said, Philadelphia here is supposed to be inspired by the real-life Philly. And especially since I think there's actually a Target there, so I would know, because I've been there.
Looks like it's time to commit a crime. Yeah, right. Oh god, I gotta stop that.
Alright, so here's the Easter eggs. CNN. This was... I believe this was when... Actually, I'm pretty sure I animated this scene the day after I went to the CNN build. Actually, no, not the day after, because I would have been in North Carolina. I believe this was animated after my vacation to Texas. And then we had a little short trip in Georgia where we went to the CNN building. And then this Pac-Man shirt, which was the shirt that my avatar back then. This was the shirt that my avatar wore at the time. Ooh. Actually, do you guys want me to bring this shirt back? Let me know. And I'll probably get on that. I'm pretty sure this might have been the best prop making I've ever done. Especially back then. Also, there's a noticeable error that this is supposed to be the camera, and then over here is supposed to be the camera in the background. It's one of those errors that I didn't really pick up on as soon as... Actually, I'm pretty sure I did pick up on that one as soon as I did. So yeah.
What are you looking at? I don't know.
Now, another thing about the scene was that I'm pretty sure this was well, the audio for this scene was rendered at the standard 16 kilobits per second, which is normal for a lot of Flash cartoons at the time. I might have replaced the audio at one point, but I don't really remember if I did. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for this scene. So now I have... Oh yeah, Philly skyline looks cool. Less convoluted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could have used that word at one point. So yeah, one more thing, and then I'll probably do something. I don't know. Alright, so maybe move on to music in time. Now I feel like it's a little early for that, and especially since the next animation I'm gonna show is like 10 seconds long at most. Probably gonna do something else, I don't know. So, yeah. So here's the animation. This is supposed to be the last thing I ever did with the Greeny Phatom before I ended up calling it Louie Phatom. See, this was... Yeah, that's pretty much the entire animation. Nothing too groundbreaking, but yeah. I'm pretty sure this this might have either been the last thing I ever animated in Adobe Animate, or the first one I animated in Flash. There's a difference. And another thing about this would have been the reintroduction of Super Bridget, especially with the new logo right there. And then I think for a few frames you see what would have been a redesigned little guy before I renamed him to Louie. So yeah, think of this animation as like a bridge point between the 2018 Greeny Phatom and the upcoming Louie Phatom reboot. So yeah. Short but sweet. Indeed. I really like that test. Thanks. Alright, give me 1 second. Sorry about that, folks. So, that's pretty much all of the Greeny Phatom related stuff that I've made. Not much to... Yeah, like I said, it's not much, so... Yeah, next time I do a reaction, I'll be sure that we'll be reacting to DeFrehn's logo bloopers. Probably one of the worst, most cringe-inducing, most not funny, and actually, I don't even know if I could call it animations. Yeah, next time we do a reaction, I'll be sure to do logo bloopers, drawing characters again from memory. Yeah, I think I might do that, actually. So, yeah, I'll be right back with all the things set up. Actually, let me just close this out. There we go. So, I'll be right back. Alright, so I have a new idea for drawing characters. I haven't done this in a while, but I'm probably just gonna end up doing like some sort of sketch dump. So yeah, if anybody has any characters they want me to draw, leave it in the chat, you know? Actually, I'll bring up the chat, so yeah. Oh yeah, I just realized my microphone was on, so... Master Splinter from the new TMNT trailer. I don't know exactly what he looks like. All I know is that he has like some sort of mullet? Fro? All I know is that I'm pretty sure Master Splinter is supposed to be played by Jackie Chan in Mutant Mayhem, so I'll give it a shot, so... Again, I'm doing all this from memory, so... If anything looks wrong, that's why. don't know, that's all I really got. Alright. I'd say TMNT is one of the movies I'm excited to watch this year, along with Mario and Ruby Gilman. Elemental also looks great. Oh yeah, Squidward! Sure. Oh, and if anybody watches Comfort Cartoons, I think this is only my second time drawing Squidward. I feel like I made his head way too big. So yeah, that's pretty much the Squidward looks cool in your style. Yeah, thanks. This is just from memory, though. So I probably could have done better with a reference. But yeah, this is the squid doing the thing. Like I said, anybody who watches Comfort Cartoons might know what I'm talking about. Alright. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. That's a good one, actually. Let's see now. It's... trying to take a lot of elements from from the first time he appears in Pinocchio, like the movie. Why do I feel like I'm drawing that... What was that character in Bob the Builder? That's pretty much what I can do. Oh, actually, I almost forgot the most crucial thing. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah, Spud! Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. Oh yeah, Spud from Bob the Builder. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I was thinking of... Yeah, I almost thought his name was Skid for some reason, but... Yeah. Pretty nice. Thanks. Unfortunately, this is gonna be the only way I'm gonna be releasing these. I'm not even gonna put this on the social medias. Yep. So, I'm feeling like 2 more characters. So... Yeah, I'm feeling like 2 more characters here, so... If anybody has any ideas, leave it in the chat, like always. Oh, I should probably take a look at the chat. Oh, here we are. Oh, yeah. If I ever voiced a character from People Are Crazy, Zach would be a pretty good fit. I mean, maybe? Oh, yeah. Professor Utonium. Perfect idea, because... Well, pretty much because, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what he looked like. Although I kind of forget what his lab coat looked like. So take this part with a grain of salt. Alright, here we go. And then boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow. There we go. That should do it. All right. Oh yeah, Fozzie Bear. All right. So let's see. Speaking of people are crazy, if I voiced a character, I'd be the perfect role for Dave. Funny thing about Dave was that originally I was thinking of David Schwimmer for that sort of role. So yeah. Oh yeah, of comic dub, of course. So yeah. Alright, and then finally we have the Fozzie. And then obviously had a hat on. I don't know which hat though. Pretty sure he might have. Oh, there we go. There. Now he's starting to look a little more like a Fozzie. Waka waka. Yep. Yep, waka waka indeed. So with that, let's take one final look at what we have. So we got Splinter. And then we got, let's see, the Squid doing the thing, Professor Utonium, Del Toro's Pinocchio, and finally Fozzie. I feel like I could have done these better if I had, like, references. But as they stand, they aight. So, with that said, gather around everybody, it's music time. I'm gonna be doing a double whammy episode on the piano just because. So, let me just swing myself around here, and then. Alright. Let's see. There we go. I think I got it now. There we go. There. I ain't happy. I'm in a bag, I got sunshine. In a bag, I'm useless. It's in a bag, I'm useless. The future is in a bag. Okay, let's see. There's something strange sleeping in your bed. Let me tell you something. Alright, let's see. There we go. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, the theme song for Music Time. Okay, let's think of something actually. Guess the missing lyric. No wait, that's Taught in the Shadows. There we go. That's the chord I was looking for. Finish the lyric. Yeah, I can't really think of any lyrics. Alright, let's... Alright, there we go. I swear, I like playing that song for some reason. Alright. There we go. Alright. So let's see what else I should play. Ooh, I haven't played this one in a while. There we go. Alright, let's... Alright. Actually, let's turn it down. Let's transpose that to... Alright. Let's turn on sustain. Yeah, I think I've done that song before, actually. So let's try it. or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Why did David Guetta have to make a new version of the song? Let's turn on sustain again. Ooh, sounds like a scary movie. Oh wait, hang on. I gotta do this one. What does a computer do when you turn it on? It starts... I don't know, I saw it in a meme. I thought it was funny. Actually, let's transpose this. I actually kind of like that chord progression a little bit, so let's see. Alright, let's see, what else? There we go. Alright, let's see. Let me turn off sustain. Actually, let's do this. I was on my way to England. I'm alone again, naturally. I'm alone again, naturally. I'm alone again, naturally. If anybody's listened to Bismarcky, y'all might know that one. Rest in peace. What else? Alright. Okay, how about this one? Coming up much higher. Fantasized about this back in Chicago. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright. Sorry, that was a little louder than I thought it would be. So, yeah. Now we move on to the Q&A session. If anybody has any questions, leave it in the chat, like always. Oh, this may be off-season, but in Abandoned House, I'm curious on what was the Pat Benatar reference. Okay, so, yeah, about that. See, all the references are in the costumes. See, I think Matt was I think Matt dressed up as Sporticus from Lazy Town. Karen ended up dressing up as the girlfriend from Friday Night Funkin'. And Susan was dressing up as Pat Benatar. And if you want me to explain the lore further, then I'm pretty sure Susan's also a big fan of Pat Benatar, like, We Belong. I think there was also Love is a Battlefield. Yeah. Favorite Blue Sky movie? That's a very good question, because I like a lot of their stuff. Well, non-Ice Age stuff. Let's see. I think I might have to do a top 3. So, also it's going to be in no particular order, so, like, stuff like Robots, the Peanuts movie, and... Let's see, what else is there? Oh yeah, Horton Hears a Who. That was also a good one. Probably one of the only good Dr. Seuss movies out there. I actually love Spies in Disguise. That's a good one too, from what I've heard. I've actually never seen it, but I heard it was good. So, yeah. Alright. Alright, so, one more question. Because I would say it's getting late, but I have all the time in the world, so yeah, one more question. Oh yeah, I almost forgot my microphone was on. Ooh, that's a good one. Favorite Wallace and Gromit film. Also, funny you should mention that, because I was at a thrift store the other day, and I ended up finding a close shave, which I thought was pretty cool. So, I guess if I had to pick a favorite, I'd probably say The Wrong Trousers. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen the entire trilogy back when it aired on Cartoon Network, so yeah. Yeah, I think one of my personal favorites, The Wrong Trousers. I'm pretty sure DMB was just... Oh, yeah. I'm down to my last few coppers. And those presents weren't cheap either. Alright. DMB and I were quoting Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a good one too. I'm pretty sure I used to own that one on DVD back then, but I don't know what happened to it, so... Next time I see it, I'll probably pick it up, so, yeah. Well, Gromit, let's see what's on 905, shall we? Alright, so... Yeah. I guess that's pretty much it, so, yeah. So, yeah. Join me next time, as I'm probably just gonna do one of those things I did earlier. And by things I did earlier, I mean like some sort of sketch dump for, Yeah, join me next time as I do another sort of sketch dump with all your things. So it's probably just going to be a drawing stream, so yeah. And so with that, thank you guys for watching, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!